For more than 30 years, Bill Nye, our very own science guy, has been capturing the imagination of generations with his unique way of making science feel not only accessible, but downright exciting. Many of us first saw him back when kids were glued to the TV, and yet here he is again, still guiding us through the great unknown. But this time, it's not volcanoes in soda bottles or funny lab goggles. He's diving into the mysteries of the universe itself. And thanks to the groundbreaking work of NASA and its international partners, we now have front row seats to some of the most astonishing discoveries ever made in astronomy. Nye recently broke his silence on the breathtaking images being captured by the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, an engineering marvel decades in the making. Launched on Christmas Day 2021, after years of meticulous design and collaboration, this telescope was a gift not just to scientists, but to anyone who has ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what else might be out there. For those of us who remember the launch of the Hubble Space Telescope in 1990 and all the wonders it revealed, Webb feels like the next giant leap. And it's living up to the hype, and then some. The deployment of JWST was a masterclass in precision. Every mirror, every panel, every cooling system had to unfold perfectly in space. A task so complex that some engineers referred to it as 29 days of terror. Yet everything went off without a hitch. By mid-2022, just months after becoming fully operational, Webb had already begun to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. It didn't just deliver more of the same. It uncovered galaxies never before seen, some of which existed only 150 million years after the Big Bang. To put that in perspective, that's over 13 billion years ago, so far back in time that light from those galaxies has taken nearly the entire lifespan of the universe to reach us. What sets the Webb telescope apart isn't just its reach, but its power to decode the cosmos. Using infrared technology, it captures light that's invisible to the human eye, and even to the Hubble. That means it can look through clouds of dust and gas that used to obscure our view, revealing the birthplaces of stars and planets in astonishing detail. As Bill Nye points out, Webb is already allowing scientists to analyze the atmospheres of exoplanets, worlds orbiting distant stars, and determine their chemical makeup. This includes looking for gases that could indicate the presence of life, such as methane, carbon dioxide, or even water vapor. Take the Pillars of Creation, for instance. Located in the Eagle Nebula, these massive towers of gas and dust have been photographed before. Hubble's image became iconic. But it only showed us the surface. Webb's infrared eye peered deeper and revealed hidden stars being born within those pillars. According to Nye, many of these newly forming stars, called protostars, are still gathering mass. They haven't yet begun the nuclear fusion that makes a star shine. But once enough material collapses into the core, fusion ignites. Temperatures skyrocket to around 2 million degrees Celsius, and the star lights up. This entire process, invisible to older telescopes, is now captured in astonishing resolution. The colors in these Webb images aren't just pretty, they're scientifically significant. Each hue represents a different wavelength of light, mostly in the infrared range. Redder tones indicate cooler regions or longer wavelengths, often where stars are just beginning to form. Blue areas show visible light or shorter infrared waves. It's like seeing the universe with new eyes that can uncover what was previously hidden in shadows and starlight. Moving beyond our galaxy, Webb has also turned its gaze to exoplanets, planets that orbit stars outside our solar system. The first ones were only confirmed in the 1990s, but now we know of over 3,000. Most of these haven't been directly seen but inferred by the dimming of starlight as a planet passes in front of its host star. But Webb has gone a step further. In September of last year, It captured the first clear image of an exoplanet called HIP 65426b, a gas giant about 12 times the size of Jupiter. It's incredibly far from its star, about 100 times the Earth-Sun distance, which made it easier to image. With Webb's sensitive instruments and specialized coronagraphs, devices that block out a star's bright light, scientists were able to directly observe this distant world. Another extraordinary target is the so-called Ghost Galaxy, officially known as M74. While it's hard to see with the naked eye, Webb's infrared imaging revealed glowing, thread-like structures of dust and gas spiraling out from a bright core. This detail wasn't just for show. These threads mark regions where new stars are actively forming. By combining Webb's observations with Hubble's optical data, researchers created a stunning composite that shows both visible and invisible aspects of the galaxy. This effort is part of the Fangs project, a global collaboration that is studying 19 nearby galaxies in incredible depth. Thanks to Webb, astronomers can now measure the age and mass of star clusters and track how tiny particles of cosmic dust drift between stars, something we could only guess at before. One image that stunned scientists and the public alike was of WR 140, a massive star located thousands of light-years away. The photo revealed a bizarre pattern of concentric rings, like ripples in a pond, but in space. According to Nye, these rings aren't artifacts or glitches. They're real. They form due to the interaction between WR 140 and a smaller companion, star. The larger star is shedding material in waves, and every time the smaller star orbits through that cloud, it carves out another ripple. These stars, known as Wolfray stars, are in their final stages of life, having already lost much of their hydrogen. Eventually, they'll explode in spectacular supernovae, scattering the ingredients for new stars and planets into the galaxy. Then there are the truly ancient galaxies, 4 of them to be exact, that Webb identified late last year. These galaxies are so distant, so ancient, that their light began traveling toward us when the universe was just 350 million years old. That's a mere toddler compared to today's 13.8 billion-year-old cosmos. This discovery was made possible by a technique called Redshift analysis. As the universe expands, light from distant objects stretches into longer wavelengths. By measuring how much that light has been stretched, scientists can determine how far away and how old the source is. Webb clocked these galaxies at a redshift of 13.2, the largest ever recorded. It's proof that the telescope is not only fulfilling its mission, it's smashing records along the way. One final highlight from Webb's work involves a planet called WASP-39b, orbiting a star in the constellation Virgo. This planet is about the size of Saturn and lies 700 light-years from Earth. It orbits its star so closely, 8 times closer than Mercury is to the Sun, that its atmosphere is blistering. But thanks to Webb's sensitive spectrographs, scientists have been able to analyze the planet's atmosphere in extraordinary detail. They've identified clouds containing sulfur, silicates, and even carbon dioxide. This level of detail was unthinkable just a few years ago. It's allowing researchers to better understand what alien worlds might be like and what conditions could make them habitable. So, what does all this mean for us? Especially for those of us who remember watching the Moon landing in 1969 or the Voyager probes leaving our solar system. It means we're living through another golden age of discovery. The Webb Space Telescope isn't just for scientists in lab coats. It's for all of us who've ever looked up and asked, what's out there? And thanks to Bill Nye's continued passion and talent for sharing science, we're able to understand and appreciate just how profound these discoveries really are. If these revelations have you feeling inspired, you're not alone. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if this journey through space amazed you as much as it did me, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the incredible wonders of our universe. There's so much more to come. And trust me, the best is yet to be discovered.